Hello and welcome to Chip Advisor. Yes, hello there. I'm Phil. This is Chip Advisor. We've gone very early on the accidental pressing of the Christmas introductory music. It's November the 8th. I apologize. And I am here with Anthony! How are you, Anthony?
Very well. I mean, I know you love Christmas, mate, but you've gone very, very early there. Very premature of you.
Well, last Friday, 1st of November, sat my middle daughter down and we watched It's a Wonderful Life together. Oh, beautiful.
What a film.
What a film. But you okay, though?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm here, so that's the main thing. And also here, making a lot of noise with food and drink, is this man.
No, Mikey. No, Mikey. That was so not right.
How are you, Michael?
How now, brown cow? Yes, not too bad, thank you. A tuna crunch sub roll with salt and vinegar McCoys and a cup of tea.
Absolutely disgusting. I mean, we can only see the top of your forehead, but it also, I can just see, is it a high vis you're wearing?
It's my best side. Yeah, high vis, man of the people, pitching in and doing a bit of work with a warehouse today.
Oh, wow.
They needed an alpha male on the scene, and there I
They
was.
went for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dear, oh dear. Okay, also here this week is Lewis. How are you, Lewis?
Blessings, friends and listeners. I feel that Christmas music jingle might be rubbing things in a little bit for me this week, having just ordered 2,000 leaflets with our Christmas services on there with the wrong date. So that's something of which how my week has been so far.
Oh, look, it can happen, can't it? It can happen. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about that. The week can only get better.
Absolutely.
And maybe that'll be with the introduction of this man.
Harry, where's Harry? Harry!
Hello, Harry. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just wondering, what date did Lewis get wrong in Christmas?
Rest assured, it wasn't Christmas Day.
20.
I'm good on that one.
Does it move around like Halloween?
Exactly.
Who knows when Halloween is?
Nobody knows. No, I'm fine. Got through half term. Things are easier.
Well, that's a good thing. Who's had a coffee already today? Out of you four?
Nah.
Of course.
I think I've had 3.
Yeah, I'm with Lewis on the 3. 3 coffees before lunch, please.
Yeah. At least 3. It's the first thing I do. Stumble downstairs.
Yeah.
Have a very large black coffee.
Yeah.
I do feel I might actually be addicted to coffee, because I do sort of don't feel right if I don't have one, and I think that's probably an addiction of some sort.
Well, possibly. You do hear of people having to wean themselves off of coffee, don't you? So in that way, it must be slightly addictive.
I mean, I can't see a scenario why I'd have to do that, but yeah.
Well, because if you have too much, it can give you anxiety, can't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I did once. I mean, we talk about our anxieties from time to time. I did once go and see a lady, and she said, "Oh, do you drink much coffee?" And I was like, "Yeah, I drink about 3 large black coffees every morning." She said, "Well, that might be why you're slightly anxious then." Okay. But yeah, I haven't changed. So there you go.
Happy days. So whilst we're talking to you, Harry, then coffee. You are our horticulturalist. Every podcast needs one. So what do you know about? I mean, I've done some research, but what do you know of coffee? Obviously, I doubt you grow it much over here in the UK.
No, it doesn't. It needs. I don't. I mean, to be honest, I don't know an awful lot about the horticultural process of growing coffee. I mean, it's a coffee bean, isn't it? So, which is then dried and everything, or is it a seed?
It's not? Yeah. Here's if you take anything away from the podcast today, it is a seed.
Yeah.
So bean, they get called coffee beans just because they look like a bean, and that's caught on. But they're actually a seed of the coffee cherry. So it's a fruit that looks a bit like a grape. That's called a cherry, and it's got a stone in the middle. And you crack that open, and you get a seed.
Yeah.
Sometimes two. More often than not, you get two.
Right.
And that is
Is this it? This is our levels of coffee knowledge.
no. I've got more.
Sometimes
but
there
that's
is
fine.
two.
Pretty good. I mean, I think if people say, "Oh, well, it's actually a seed, not a bean or a nut." People say that to me all the time, and I think, well, they're all seeds, really. That's the purpose of the bean and nut, is to be a seed to grow a new plant. So I wouldn't get too hung up on that.
I'm more hung up on the accent you use to imitate me. My father is a seed. I mean, I was just.
I mean, I wasn't. I mean, I think that probably says more about you than it does me, because I wasn't imitating you there.
Oh, lovely. Thanks. Do you want to know a bit about coffee then? That's not Harry, because how do I mute Harry? He's been mean to me. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my goodness! Look at that high vis on Mike. That
He
is.
really does look incredibly manly. It's not difficult to see why they picked him now, is it? Look at him.
It looks
What
a
a
little
hump.
bit. The white T-shirt and then the way it was just hanging. It looked like he had a tuxedo on with a high vis jacket over.
Oh yeah, he
top,
does.
just for a minute.
Is it 'cause I'm cool?
Is he wearing a bow tie?
No bow tie. No bow tie. No.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, of all the moments to be having a conversation with someone else,
Yeah.
was probably not it. But anyway,
Sorry, I carefully muted myself. Was carrying on regardless, and then you threw to me with some shade about my high vis look.
I think we're just jealous, Mike. That's actually all it is.
Shall we,
Yeah.
instead of throwing to you, shall we throw to a goat herder called Kaldi from Ethiopia? Maybe that's what we should do, because
Yes,
that is. There's lots of rumors about the origins of coffee, but that is one of the more popular stories. Unfortunately, the web page I'm on, I can't concentrate because the web page I'm on, which I'm reading this from, has got, like you go to this web page, there's tons of adverts just constantly pinging down the side. So I've got one advert that says pensioners over 60 are eligible for these new hearing aids, and I've got another advert that says all the things you'd need to know about Fiona Bruce. I don't know. And
Go on
clearly,
then. What are they?
That's the
What are
great
they?
sorted.
I'd like. Yeah. I to be honest, I'm more interested in Fiona Bruce than I am coffee.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not clicking on that link because it's clearly an AI generated body with Fiona Bruce's head on top, and I don't know what to do with that, but I'm not clicking on it.
The
You
body is
can't tell me you're not
clothed,
tempted.
presumably.
It's clothed, but
Yeah.
it's it's clearly her head has been like propped onto a body. It's
All right. Well,
it's
look.
a bit weird.
Whilst you're talking about coffee, I'll come up with a few facts in the background about Fiona Bruce for you.
I've got one fact: she looks just like Mum.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair. Yeah.
Yeah. But I can tell you more about Kaldi, the goat herder now.
Oh yeah.
So-
What's the name?
Fiona Bruce.
No.
Kaldi, Kaldi. So he was from Ethiopia, and about the 900s, maybe 850, 900 AD, he noticed, this is just a rumor going around about coffee, but he noticed that his goats were acting weirdly after eating from this particular bush. So he went over and checked and saw what they were eating, and they were eating these coffee berries. And so he cherries, and so he thought, I'll try some of these, and realized, oh, these taste horribly bitter, but I also feel excitable now. Weird. So then he started these rumors about this plant, and then thought, oh, maybe I'm onto something here. Then we hear nothing. That is apparently the origin, but then you hear nothing about coffee for another 650 years. Whether it's true or not.
Have you tried a second web page?
Oh, I've tried multiple. They all
Okay.
mentioned this Ethiopian goat herder.
They all mentioned Fiona Bruce.
Well, she was
No.
born in Singapore, you know.
Fiona.
Yeah.
Born in Singapore. Wow.
Anyway, more to come.
Okay, great. So
Does she like coffee?
No reference of that at this moment in time.
Disappointing.
Interestingly, she was discouraged from wearing a cross, a crucifix, on BBC News because it was all around about 2006. There was a case with British Airways requesting that a Christian employee conceal her cross because it infringed the airline's dress code. The
I
BBC
remember
disclosed that
that.
it had some concerns over Bruce wearing a cross as well, but they didn't ban her; they just discouraged her.
They weren't angry; they were just disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, like my parents on Parents' Evening. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
were they?
Yeah. Oh, constantly.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was-
I feel like these web pages, these adverts are rotating. Now it's. I
Oh,
feel like
no.
it's target. It must know that Mike is talking with me at the moment. A professional engineered design nail clipper for seniors. Why is that being thrown up on my web pages? Weird. Right. At some point in the 15th century, coffee plants were taken across the Red Sea to southern Yemen.
Rear of the year in 2010. Would you credit it?
Well,
I think that's the
right.
I think that's the picture that Phil's looking at, isn't it?
No, it's not. I promise. But let me get through more than one sentence.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
So, coffee plants were taken to Yemen and cultivated there. And tradition holds that Sufi monks were amongst the first to brew coffee as a drink rather than like a really bitter food. And it helped them pray throughout the night, kept them stimulated. Apparently, the peak stimulation point after having coffee is about 20 minutes after. Just a little fact for you. Right. So, yeah, it spread throughout Arabia. And then what happened in quite a few countries as it spread coffee, and it wouldn't have been coffee as we drink it now. It would have been coffee. They would have literally used the whole fruit and then like burnt it up and then not burnt it up, but, you know, roasted the whole fruit and then mixed it with water to make a drink. So it would have been a lot lighter in color than coffee that we know today, because as we know, it's just a seed that gets roasted now. So what happened was Islamic authorities, they said it was intoxicating and prohibited it, which was a shame for many Muslims because alcohol was prohibited. And so they were drinking coffee as an alternative to that to get a bit of a kick. Now, despite warnings of several penalties and getting in trouble, they couldn't keep hold of all the amounts of coffee drinkers and coffee shops popping up that they just gave in. And eventually, someone in power had some coffee and said it was good and therefore allowed them to carry on drinking it. And this is what happens the whole way through coffee's introduction into the world and into Europe and into the Americas, is that it gets banned immediately because people question new things, and then someone in high society likes it, and then they say, it's fine. This is how coffee is spread. Lewis, are you a coffee snob? You won't have.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
You won't. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few things I like in life. Coffee is one of them, and yeah, I am absolutely unashamed of coffee snob.
There's only a few things you like in life. What are the other two?
Whiskey and Jesus.
Okay, good.
What a combination that is.
It's my life, essentially.
Do you actually like whiskey? Like,
yeah, I do. I do actually like it.
You don't drink it to be cool?
It's only cool if you other people, when you're just drowning your sorrows, it feels less cool.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, this is taking a bleak turn.
Those who remember the Christmas episode from last year will remember that Lewis was drinking whiskey after midnight mass.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah. Clergy Malt Club.
Clergy Malt Club. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
Okay,
always
fine.
there in the background, Fiona Bruce, just waiting to pounce.
Yeah.
So Michael Burke retired from the news channel and she went to the 6 o'clock news. Then
Right.
Jill Dando, may she rest in peace. That happened. She was straight into Crime Watch. Michael Aspel was getting on, jumped into Antiques Roadshow. Interestingly, the viewing figures went up in the first year of having Fiona Bruce as presenter. But
Did he take over from Michael Aspel on Antiques Roadshow?
on Antiques Roadshow, yeah.
Where does Hugh Scully fit into the picture?
I'm not familiar with Hugh Scully. I can tell you that it was in. Well, oh dear. Oh, the
What?
music playing, Aaron.
Oh, I can't hear any music, so I'm just carrying on.
in
Hugh
2007
Scully was
In 2007, it was announced that she would replace Michael Aspel,
okay.
which initially caused some controversy, presumably. I don't know why. However, average viewership increased during her first year as presenter.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Didn't she have an affair when she went on Strictly?
No.
Gosh.
What?
Didn't
No,
she?
she's not been on Strictly, mate.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else.
Jill Halfpenny.
Kaplinsky. Yes,
Kaplinsky,
Natasha
that's it.
Kaplinsky. That's the one.
Don't get her and Mum confused.
What
Sorry.
with the
Mrs. B.
New Zealand fella?
Brendan.
Yeah, old Brendan. Yeah.
Brendan. Right. I mean, you've absolutely ruined my trailer thought here. It's really grateful.
You did throw to me at some point saying you are a coffee snob, aren't you? And then
Oh, yeah.
I think, was that just a simple yes and no? There was no follow-up.
That was it.
That was the end of the.
Well, I don't want to just talk. I just don't want my voice. But you all seemed either captivated or bored, so weren't saying anything. So
Or
I just-
distracted.
Yeah, both.
Or distracted.
distracted. Yep, fine. Yeah, well, let's hope the listeners are enjoying it just as much as you are. So anyway, coffee spread into Europe, went into Venice because it was a popular trading place, and into Italy again. The Catholics banned coffee because it was seen as dodgy.
Coffee
And-
spread. Would that be a good thing? You can get Biscoff spread now, can't you? Chocolate spread. Would coffee spread be a thing? Would you have that on toast, Lewis?
Probably sweetened. I could go some.
I'm not sure I would.
Yeah,
A bit bitter,
well,
wouldn't it?
it'd be like the contents of the coffee cream from Quality Street that you can only get in Waitrose. They're not sponsoring the episode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it'd
so it'd be a
be-
bit like that on toast.
But that'd be quite nice.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a gap
Hold
in the
up,
market there, lads.
you can only buy Quality Street with coffee creams in Waitrose. Is that right?
That was
Is that what you
certainly
just
that was certainly the situation in 2023. I have not. You can't get coffee creams in Quality Street normal tubs this year. I haven't been to
Wow.
Waitrose. That may surprise you. I haven't been to Waitrose.
Oh, I tell you what. That's leading me on to a thought, right? Celebration, and I presume Heroes tubs. They're like frisbees these days. It's absolutely ridiculous. Have you bought
Yeah,
a tub of Celebrations recently?
yeah. I bought one yesterday morning actually for the workplace.
Yeah. I know. It's barely 2 inches deep.
I know,
That's-
and most of it's wrapper.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's probably always been true, but I think, yeah, I had to buy some last week because of Halloween.
Very upper class Halloween around your way.
Oh, dearie me.
Why?
I can confirm that coffee creams are only available in Quality Street tubs or tins exclusively through John Lewis and Waitrose.
That
Wow.
is absolutely incredible. And if we take
That
nothing
is.
else away from this, that is shot me.
Yeah.
Do remember about the seeds and not the beans.
Well, I mean, personally speaking, I knew that already, but everyone else can take that away if they like. And yeah, and that Lewis is a snob, and Fiona Bruce won Rear of the Year, but didn't have an affair with Brendan from Strictly.
Wow.
So Pope Clement VIII,
Okay.
Yeah.
still going.
Yeah,
he forbids
one of
coffee.
the best ones.
Yeah, one of my fave.
Who
Yeah.
would imagine that you've already got up to 8 Pope
Yeah.
Clement by the 1500s? Clement's not a very common name.
Well, not now, but it might have been in the 1400s.
But, yeah, maybe they're banging through all the Clements.
It was the Harry of its time.
It
I mean,
certainly
Harry
was.
to be fair-
Don't get me started on that. Do
Yeah.
not get me started. Carry on.
Surely you take it as a compliment.
No, I don't. I've sailed through St James First School and most of Cranwell Middle School. Never met another Harry. Now you can't. You walk down the street. You're tripping over them. There's so
They're
many.
everywhere.
Harry Potter, Prince Harry.
Yeah.
Other people called Harry. Yeah, Absolutely ridiculous.
So
Absolutely ridiculous.
The first Pope
Almost as
Clement.
ridiculous as
Oh.
thinking my real name was Harold. I mean, that's
I'm very sorry.
Pope Clement the First was he died in 99 AD, so he did. There's quite a lot of time to have multiple Clements.
Oh, can I just ask another quick question?
Yes, yeah.
Talking of AD, which I presume stands for Allo Domini, is that right, Lewis?
Something like that.
And then it was when I was at school, when there weren't any other Harrys, the good old days. It used to be BC, but now it's called BCE,
It
which
is.
I thought was the thing that you got in your arm in year 9. But it actually, it's
BCG.
yeah. So
Oh,
what
the
does
old
what does the E stand for in
Era.
BCE?
Before Common Era.
Oh, it's not before Christ.
No, see, it's one of those. Yeah, it's a bit like
They Fiona
Fiona,
Bruce
it's like
it.
Fiona Bros Cross, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't want
Oh, they had to change it
Yeah, before Common Era.
before Common Era. Oh,
Makes no sense, really.
Did they
that,
just
that makes
were they
that
just dead,
makes-
were they just dead keen to retain the initials and had to come up with something?
Yeah, they want to. Yeah, don't want to. It's easy just to add a letter than to delete things off every historical book, I guess.
No, okay.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Disappointing.
Sorry, you were saying something interesting about Clementines.
No, yeah. You know, so he forbid coffee and then sampled some himself, and then decided actually it's fine. This is what happens everywhere it goes, and yeah. Now, I think maybe rather than me boring you, I will let you guess the end. I will let you guess the end to some facts,
Oh, okay.
and that can be your quiz, and we can learn through quizzing, and because that way you might be attentive.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Sounds delightful.
Thank you, class. Here we go.
You do
It's a
sound like a
quiz.
teacher.
It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. Right. So some of these will be useful when finding out the history of coffee. Some will just be random facts about coffee, but it's a bit like blankety blank. This, okay?
Okay.
So you'll all get a guess at each one.
I bet Fiona's been on that.
I bet she has.
Several times.
The world's oldest what drank coffee every day? The world's oldest blank drank coffee every day. Lewis, world's oldest what?
Man.
Drank. Man. Okay, yeah. Michael.
Woman.
Oh, so man and woman are off the table. Anthony.
Dog.
Dog. Harry.
None.
None.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Clever. The correct answer, Ant was warmest, is cat. The world's
Oh, well, there we go.
Oh.
There you
Oldest-
go, boys.
oldest cat, Cream Puff. He was 38 years and 3 days old. And
Wow.
Yeah,
See, I
was
knew
born on the 3rd of August 1967 and lived until the 6th of August 2005. Oh, Cream Puff. So there we go. Next, the second biggest producer of coffee is who? Or blank is the second biggest producer of coffee in the world. Blank is the second biggest producer of coffee in the world. Michael.
Brazil.
Harry.
You're talking growing or producing coffee, as in roasting it and all that?
Oh,
Listen, I
Well,
don't think
the blank's
we
the
need
blank.
these- I don't think we need these interjections right now. So just take it as you wish, because I
All
don't
right,
have the answer to that.
Guatemala.
Okay, Lewis.
Colombia.
Oh, that's going to be mine.
Anthony.
What about somewhere like Vietnam?
Wow, Anthony, it is Vietnam. That's incredible.
Oh.
Praise the Lord. Goodness me.
Incredible. What a
No
bizarre
idea where
late
that came
steal.
from. I'll take that all
wow.
day long,
Okay.
considering my other guesses were Brazil and Colombia.
Yeah, very good.
Wow.
Brazil is the highest producer of coffee in the world,
Okay,
and has
okay.
been for a long time. But it didn't originate there. It got taken over there. You would have heard that if I didn't get bored telling you facts earlier. Right. Bees are attracted to coffee plants. They enjoy the effects of caffeine, and researchers have discovered it may help their blank. What does coffee help bees with? Okay, Lewis.
Immune system.
Oh,
Clever,
Okay.
like that.
Harry.
That's a good one.
I'm going to say honey production.
Anthony.
Lifespan.
Good.
Michael.
Libido.
Of course he is. Of course.
He's feeling it
correct
with the high
answer
vis.
Is long-term memory.
Oh.
You could do with a bit of that, Phil.
I could. Yeah, I could.
Right,
Yeah.
who's been
Yeah.
rude now? Flipping it.
Yeah. Anyone else want to take a punch before I'm downed? Right. Okay. In Thailand, blank are fed coffee beans. In Thailand, blank are fed coffee beans. Anthony.
Animals.
Harry.
Vague. That's vague.
I mean, that's, yeah. I mean,
Horses. Horses. There you go.
oh, good. I'm going to say bearded dragons.
Is Thailand famous for horses?
It is now.
Okay. Lewis.
Chickens.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Michael.
Ladyboys.
I knew,
Wow.
I knew
he
it was coming.
He just couldn't wait
I
to
thought,
say it.
shall I say it or shall I leave it go wide open for Michael?
Wow.
No, Mikey, no, Mikey.
Might be right,
that
though.
was so not right.
No, it's so not right. In Thailand, elephants are fed coffee beans to create black ivory coffee, which is elephant dung coffee, which
Oh, I
costs
thought it was coming out of the trunk for a second.
Yeah.
no, it costs up to $1,100 per kilo, making it the most expensive coffee in the world.
When they squirt water out of their trunk, do they squirt water out of their trunk? Or do
Yes.
they just suck?
Well,
They
elephants.
squirt it over. I think so. I mean, I said that confidently to cool themselves down in
Yeah.
the old.
But do they have to
Yeah.
do they have to suck it up and then instantaneously sort of spit it over themselves out the trunk? Or have they got a storage somewhere within them where they can just go, turn on the taps, let's go?
I think the trunk is such a large, it just holds the water in it momentarily, and then they squirt it out. I don't think they can hold it for long periods of time.
Right. So there's not like a part of the trunk where water is hanging out and then, save it for not a rainy day, the equivalent of not a rainy day.
I don't think so, but you
Okay,
may.
it's a shame.
I'm not going to pour scorn on that because you may be correct, but I don't know the answer. But no.
Okay. I'm just because when I eventually get one to clean my car, and double up as a pet, obviously, I guess I just need to understand: can they survive purely on rainwater, or
Well, I mean, presumably you met someone you were doing your charity work in wherever it was.
Yeah.
I really don't like talking about my charity work. I really like to keep that under wraps. It's I'm a humble guy. It was just a few mud huts for a few orphans. Really, it's nothing.
Quickly, come on.
Because I cut short the history, you did miss out on talking about the Dutch East India Company again, which I know perplexed you when talking about cinnamon.
It did.
They got their grubby paws all over coffee production. They brought back a coffee plant, multiple coffee plants, and then took them to their various countries they were in charge of at the time. And so the Netherlands features in the next question.
Oh.
Per capita, blank dominates with 6.9 kilograms of coffee per person each year, followed closely by the Netherlands with 6.87 kilograms per person. So what country drinks the most coffee per capita? Harry.
Ooh, the USA, America.
Michael.
England.
Anthony.
I was going to say the UK. That's frustrating. I will go for.
That would be a different answer.
Oh.
No, I'm going to go. No, it's too similar. I'm going to go for Norway.
Oh,
Then we need
Okay.
to keep warm.
Lewis.
Part of me wants to say Italy, but I think I've heard. I think Anthony might not be too far. I think it might be something like Denmark.
Oh, it's good, but it's not right. The correct answer is Finland.
Oh, hit the post.
Yeah, did hit the
That is
post on that
frustrating.
one. Yeah, that was close. Okay. Let's see. Blank makes the body process caffeine up to 50% faster. Blank makes the body process coffee 50% faster. Michael.
I'm trying to think of the word, so come back to me, please.
Lewis.
What? So sorry. Say it again for me, Phil.
Something makes the body process coffee 50% faster.
Oh, sunlight.
Sunlight. What, a person being in sunlight?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Harry.
Sugar.
Anthony.
Milk.
Michael.
What's the equivalent? What's it called when you inhale but up your bum?
Pardon?
What? An
Oh,
M&M.
why is he going here today? What's
The
wrong
correct
with him?
answer was smoking. Also, don't do that, and don't do what
Oh.
Mike just said.
Well, there you go. I wasn't a million miles
It's-
away.
Why would you put it
He's
there?
hanging out. He's hanging out in the warehouse. There's all this kind of
He's
laddie.
having to
sort of-
lower the tone. He's
Yeah,
turning
yeah,
down
yeah,
the
yeah,
finger.
yeah.
Come on, the lads. Hey.
Yeah, that's silly. That's silly, Michael. Don't show off.
Well, I wasn't far off, was I? I think I was the closest.
Well, I think you're quite far off.
Well,
Smoking happens the other end.
Well, can do. I guess.
Oh no,
I don't know.
sounds like he does.
Okay. In the 1930s, coffee grounds were put in a cap with boiling water and poured over the top of your drink. This is still done in parts of the world, like the Middle East, where it's called mud coffee. In the United States, this is called blank.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Michael.
I had some good coffee puns.
Okay. Do you want me to come back to you?
Please.
Lewis.
Well, he could just answer the question and then do his coffee puns afterwards.
No, but it could be
True.
what it's called.
Uh,
I'm going to say it's called Common Grounds.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
Yep, good. Right, Harry.
I no idea. Aeropress.
Oh, someone's been doing some research. Anthony.
Well, I know in the Americans it's probably something silly like Donald Trump.
Oh, I know what it is now.
Pardon?
Okay, Michael.
Is it cappuccino?
Clever.
No. Lewis.
Oh, that would have been good.
No, shame.
Sounds like a drip coffee. Drip free cap coffee.
Oh, you're all wrong. It was cowboy coffee. Yeah,
Oh,
cowboy coffee.
Oh, I've
course.
heard of that.
Can't help feeling they missed a trick.
Okay, final one. Where does the name cappuccino come from?
Well, it's not
And-
from
and-
pouring the coffee into a cap. I know that much.
No. So what people are linked to cappuccino? It isn't just Italians. Michael.
Mafia.
Anthony.
The Peaky Blinders.
Lewis.
Capuchin. Monkeys.
Monkey tennis.
Cappuccinos.
Yeah. Capuchin monkeys or something.
Yeah, well, Harry.
Oh no, it's I don't really understand the question, but it's something to do with wearing hats and smart trousers.
Well, yeah, kind of. So Lewis was right if he didn't say ease. Monks and
Oh.
nuns of the Capuchin
It's a bit of
order.
feedback on my microphone today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's just Mike. So, yeah, the Capuchin order of nuns and monks in Italy, and it was nothing to do with really adding milk. It was just the color of the coffee once they had added the milk was the same color as their hooded robes, and it stuck. And then,
Oh.
and then
It became a bit of a habit.
Very good.
Yes, Lewis.
He's got it
See, Mike,
in
that's
there.
how you do it.
Well, I guess that's
That
what
goes in
reaction.
there.
I came up with cappuccino. Met with
Mike.
deadly silence.
Oh, you've
Michael.
upset Michael now.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, he's
I
very
mean,
angry.
it's an actual cap, and cappuccino is an actual type of coffee. It was genius.
Maybe it was lost in translation
Fine,
somewhere.
fine.
I'm
We've
sorry.
all got our favourites, haven't we? That's what I'm learning here. Carry on.
Right.
Oh no, you've
Okay.
angered him.
He's really, really angry. Okay. Right. Right. Okay.
Are we nearly
right.
done
We got some questions.
I think that sums it up quite
That,
neatly.
that pretty much called it.
This is just ridiculous.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I thought you dropped off the line for a second there.
Very sorry. I'm not saying that Fiona Bruce derailed the podcast.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
But she did.
I brought her up, but you really went along with her for quite a while. So
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, but it's fine. So we've got some questions. So Zoe asks, please recommend the best instant coffee. Lewis.
Does not exist.
Oh.
Just make a proper cup. They're like two different drinks.
Are they though?
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Like I can taste the difference, but they're not that
I
different.
can't.
Are they?
I can't taste the difference. I really can't.
Oh,
It
you
all tastes like coffee.
Don't get Tesco's own boys. That's pretty rancid.
Okay, what would you get, Anthony? What coffee
I
do you
think
have in your house?
on the old instant milk, I got a bit of Dow Egberts.
Oh
Very
yeah,
expensive. Very expensive.
the
but
gold
it's
blend
nice.
sort of color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
I'm with you
Very
there, and then
goldy.
you can reuse the jar and use it for tea lights.
Yeah, clever. Mm.
Lovely. Decorate the jar and stick a tea light in it, and Merry Christmas to someone, some lucky
Happy
family
Christmas,
member.
Ollie.
Harry,
Have you got me
what
in
about
Secret
you?
Santa this year, Phil?
I don't know. I don't know.
Spoiler
I
alert.
I don't like to get too involved in that.
No.
No. Harry, best instant coffee.
Oh well, I'm afraid I'm firmly in Lewis's camp here, but there is that stuff you buy in the tin that's like dust.
Yeah,
And
like
I-
Azira.
It's called like Azurio or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not the same, and it's not. I mean, it's just boiling brown water, really. Instant
Yeah.
coffee.
You said
And
you
I-
said you're in the same camp as me. There used to be something called Camp Coffee, didn't there?
Oh well, camp coffee is like coffee essence.
Yeah.
It's very sweet syrup, isn't it?
It's syrup, yeah.
What a bit of Dow Egberts.
You're right, Mike. You've not been here for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, we just had a whole
Oh,
conversation.
well,
about
welcome
that.
back.
Don't
Don't
worry,
worry about the fact that I just mentioned that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still looking at Fiona Bruce. Carry
We've
on.
all got our favourites.
I'm looking at Fiona Bruce.
Fiona Bruce is Mike's favourite. Who knew? Who
She's 60
knew?
years old, and she's been married for exactly half of her life.
That's
Wow.
60.
news.
Good grief.
Married
Wow.
at 30.
Yeah, we did the
And she
maths.
does
Next
present.
question.
I mean, she does make
Yeah.
incredibly pointless program about antiques with Philip Mould. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah,
And they
yeah.
try and prove whether something's
yeah,
real or not.
that's true. She does. I was reading about that just now, actually.
I mean, on this basis, there's quite a few of us on this call who have been married for more than half of our lives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm getting
possibly.
there. I haven't
You must
been
be getting
married
there. Or getting there, yeah.
close. I've been
Yeah.
together
Anyway,
more than
that's
half
on the
my
side.
life,
Yeah.
Very old.
Fake or Fortune is the show you saw.
Fake or Fortune, and the
Yeah.
premise of which is there's someone who thinks they've got a Picasso, and
Yeah.
at the beginning of the program, this is generally what happens. They say, "Well, it went to the Picasso Foundation or whatever it is, and they've said it's not Picasso, but we're going to try and prove it's Picasso." And they do all this for an hour, and then it's not because they said at the beginning that it's not a Picasso. So it's an utterly pointless program.
Oh dear.
I'll be sure to tune in.
Next question. Andy
Oh, yeah.
says, please confirm if you agree or not, Phil. Is Kopi Luwak the best coffee in the world? And obviously, this is Andy. So this is coffee that has been digested by the Asian palm civet, which is like a weird wild cat thing, with shaggy hair, and then pooed out, and a bit like the elephant dung coffee. But I haven't tried it, Andy. Haven't tried it. I'm afraid. Nancy, why does coffee smell good but taste bad? To me, it tastes like bitter pond water. It does smell nicer than it tastes, doesn't it?
Well, instant probably does, but not a proper coffee.
Oh, I tell you what I like. I tell you what you like. When you get a new jar of instant.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah,
and then,
pop the lid.
Oh,
very-
pop the lid and stick your nose in that. Oh,
Yeah,
delicious.
I mean, that's
delicious.
very Vicar of Dibley, circa 1997. That.
Oh,
Is
is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
do love that smell.
What's your favourite smell?
Did you know the smell is the longest lasting sense? So you might be really, really old and smell something, and it can take you back to like something you smelt when you were 5 years old.
I thought you meant when you die for a minute there. And I was
Oh,
gonna say-
right.
I was
Just
gonna
the
say,
last
just
thing
in
to go.
case- Just in case, please creosote my coffin because I'm a big fan of creosote.
Oh, I love creosote. I used to walk the long way home after getting off the school bus.
I
just
know
to
the
go
route
up
you're taking. I know exactly the route you're taking.
Creosote Alley up to the road that you live in now. Oh,
Yeah, fantastic.
it still
nice.
lingers now.
Yeah.
I quite like the smell of the tar when they're making the roads.
Oh, it's a not dissimilar smell. Yeah.
not
Yeah.
dissimilar.
Yeah, it's good.
Anthony, favourite smell, Anthony?
It's got to be when you've slow cooked a gammon and you've left your property and then you've walked in and there's just the smell of gammon. Oh, that is heaven.
Smell of gammon.
Gammon.
Anthony, with your
Yes.
gammon, so you stick it in the slow cooker. Do you use
Correct.
Coca-Cola?
Absolutely, we do.
Do you? Yeah,
Oh.
that's what Holly does. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of Coca-Cola at the bottom. Oh, lovely stuff. Oh,
Lewis?
might have some gammon tonight, you know.
Good. I got petrol.
Yeah, I like petrol too.
I've seen you
Blue's
look around
good,
at petrol
isn't it?
stations.
Blue's good.
I love that. I love blue.
Sniff of the old UHT.
White Spirit.
Yeah, we're in dangerous territory here, lads. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean, don't go around sniffing petrol. But
Yeah, please don't.
No. Okay, fine. Next question. So Nancy, everyone disagrees with Nancy. Everyone likes coffee. Then I prefer tea to coffee. Like I don't drink a coffee in the morning. I just drink a coffee
How'd
if
you
I
get
can't
by?
find any nice tea bags.
I drink coffee because
Well, I
we've
don't
got a
get
coffee
by, have you
machine
met me?
here. We got a coffee machine at work.
all right, don't brag.
Well, you know,
Show off.
not down in the warehouse, but
Obviously.
but yeah, in the office we've got one, and it's
Just
quite
beer
easy. I
down
just
there.
come into the office, push the button, and it produces a coffee. It won't make me a cup of tea, and therefore, I will occasionally drink a coffee just because it's there, really.
Because you're lazy.
But I don't really like it. Don't really like it.
You're so busy.
I'm
Just
so
Is
busy,
it one of
guys.
those? Is it one of those machines that will get you a cup of soup as well, like you're getting tire places?
No, it's a bean. It's a bean to cup.
Yeah.
Bean to cup.
Oh, bean to cup.
DeLonghi.
Very
oh,
nice.
lovely.
Yeah.
It should be
advertising.
called a seed to cup. Maybe
It
right
should
to
be-
DeLonghi.
Yeah,
I'll
right-
tip
right
it
in the
out
letter.
later.
Mike, can you call them now? Can you get their number?
I
on the
mean,
pod as you've
I
done
mean,
with
I
others.
can do actually if you want me to. I mean, if that's where you want, that's the
Yeah,
direction you want me taking.
sure,
it.
you
I've got
do
a track
that.
record
What's
for
your-
it.
You're very good at that
What's
sort of thing, Mike.
Okay.
Whilst you're doing that, I'll just get a straw poll. How many of us have got coffee machines?
Oh yes, I've got one.
Oh
but
yeah,
I'm
yes.
I
Do you all
regularly
have a
get told
coffee
off.
machine?
Well, I get told off by the wife because the pods are very expensive, so I can't be bothered to buy anymore. So we just got one collecting dust.
Yeah, we did that with a Tassimo once, and they
Yeah.
changed their recipes on their lattes, and then they were horrible, so we stopped and got rid.
Oh well,
Yeah.
we have a machine that you put like proper coffee in it, and then into like this thing that looks like a pipe, and then you put it in, and then it makes it.
Oh, okay, very fancy. And you've got a coffee machine, Lewis.
Yeah, we've got an Nespresso.
What's wrong with a cafetiere these days?
Oh, we've got one of them as well.
Cafetiere as well. It makes, because I'm the only coffee drinker in the house, it's quite hard to get the right amount with a cafetiere. I always make too much.
Yeah, no, I feel your pain, and often the actual filter in the cafetiere doesn't stop all the coffee coming up,
Yeah.
and then
if
you
you-
end up with.
And if you
a
push
furry
it too soon or too hard, all the water comes up over the edge.
Oh, it could
Yeah,
explode.
everyone's done
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
it can
yeah.
explode.
The dangers of the cafetiere
Mm.
are not lost on me. Whilst Michael's looking up DeLonghi's number, Christian asks, Christian points out, I believe, Blue Mountain coffee from Jamaica hits right every time. Pricey over here, though, so make sure you stock up when you're out there. Is anyone going out to Jamaica soon?
Well, I'm not going to Jamaica, but I did. My father-in-law used to get bought a tub of Blue Mountain coffee every Christmas by a friend of his, and my father-in-law is very much of the instant coffee drinking variety.
Oh.
So once a year, I used to get passed on a nice tub of Blue Mountain coffee.
Is
That's
it
very
good, is
nice.
it?
It's nice, yeah.
Okay. He says, if we're talking high street coffee stores, who does the best coffee strictly based on flavour? So I would say Coffee One.
Oh,
But
I would agree with
based
you,
that-
Phil.
Do you? Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
In truth, if
One.
I'm honest, at Coffee One, I've only ever had deluxe
One
white
coffee.
hot chocolate. I've never had coffee there, but I like their white hot chocolates.
Okay, you haven't based it on coffee at all.
No, but I agree with you though.
I do think their coffee is very good. Yeah, coffee number one.
And Anthony?
McDonald's.
Oh no.
McDonald's.
If you want to keep it classy, get a nice little coffee from McDonald's. That's my
Hey, mate.
advice.
Not a problem. You won't be judged here. Well, by me. Lewis and Harry are furious.
Absolutely fuming. Sorry, boys. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I
do our best to delight our customers.
So
Oh, hello.
just putting you in a picture, lads. DeLonghi have gone fully digital. They don't take phone calls. But John Lewis are one of their guys, and I figured we could just quickly talk through the whole racket they've got going with Quality Street as well while I've got them. So bear with. They're a big DeLonghi partner.
Okay.
Answers to many questions.
Oh, I do
Sounds
like. I
exciting.
mean, I quite like it. I quite like a Costa myself.
Oh, the guy at work says, "Oh, Costa, filthy, yuck."
Oh,
He thinks they sold their soul when they started doing coffee pods.
I see.
For the, like,
But then
Tasman.
I don't buy. I mean, I insist on ground coffee, but I only buy Tesco ground coffee. That's fine for me. I'm not buying some, incredibly.
Oh, not Lavazza.
No,
Lavazza. Oh.
no. It doesn't. So as long as it's freshly made, that's what counts to me.
I've got a plastic thermal mug that's got a filter built into the mug.
Yeah.
I've got a bag of Lavazza at work that I use for that sometimes. That's very exciting, and it keeps your coffee very warm. You need it hot.
Too warm
Yeah, you do need
sometimes,
it hot.
and you go to drink it half an hour later, and it's still scaldingly hot. So you've got to be careful.
Yeah, and of course you don't want to put too hot water on your ground coffee.
No one talks on the phone anymore, lads. It's all just about asking our digital service using the chat bot.
Well,
Screw you, chatbot.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, lads, I'm gonna have to make like a bean and get back to the grind.
Oh.
But yeah, I'll
dearie
catch
me.
you very soon, lads.
Okay.
Right,
All
bye now.
right. Take
Michael.
care.
Sorry
Bye.
Sorry about being a bit silly. Okay, bye.
And like that, he's gone. Right. Okay.
Just to clarify, Mike's contribution today was mainly talking about Fiona Bruce.
Yeah.
That is more than he's contributed on other episodes. So, David says, is Jimmy's iced coffee the best iced coffee around? What are your opinions on cold brew coffee? Here's an opinion. Don't call it cold brew coffee. You sound like an idiot.
Agreed. And I'm not a fan myself.
There is a difference between iced coffee and cold brew coffee.
Oh, I sound like an idiot then. My apologies, David. I
To be fair
retract my
to
previous
Dave,
statement.
there is a difference of how it's made.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I've spoken out of turn there.
Poor Dave.
How is it made, Lewis? You can't keep us hanging like that.
Well, I think iced coffee is coffee that's just sort of normal, sort of hot coffee that then has ice put in it to cool it down. A cold brewed coffee, I think, is making a brewed coffee with cold water rather than hot. And I think it's kind of filtered for a long time or something like that.
It must have to be longer.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. My opinions on cold brew coffee are that I didn't know what it was. So
I'm not sure I know any other iced coffee manufacturer apart from Jimmy's. To be fair.
Yeah, he's done well getting his fingers in that one pretty quick. It's like the brand of coconut water. That brand of coconut water, whose name I've actually forgotten, ironically.
Yeah.
You know, it's the only one you can get.
Yeah, it begins with a V, I think. I can't remember what it is.
Viva or something.
Something like that.
Viva
Oh.
Coco? Oh, no. Vita Coco. Is it Vita Coco? Oh, no. I need to know. Vita Coco. There we go. There we go. Phew. Everyone can step down. That is fine. Okay. We have got a question. ... from Joe. Does anyone remember the Red Mountain ad campaign about pretending to be a coffee maker? Did anyone try this? And how could you possibly pass Instant Offer's filter coffee? Who's this here?
Never heard of it,
remember
got to
this.
say.
No, don't remember this.
And no, you can't.
Anthony?
Madness. What's going on? That's all I have to say.
Okay. Do you remember Red Mountain?
No,
No, nor me. I'm afraid,
no,
Joe.
no,
none
no
of us
recollection
remember
there.
that. She also asked, should I be concerned that my husband needs a quadruple espresso in the morning?
Good grief.
Does seem like quite a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot in one. If he's having that in one hit, that is.
Although to be
Surely that's
fair,
going to
I
cause
mean,
palpitations.
it sounds a lot, but it's probably what I have. I just have it over several cups of coffee.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
probably the
agreed.
equivalent caffeine to get me going for the day. But yeah, does seem quite extreme.
Okay. Sean says, my work colleague can only poo. I assume there's a typo here. My work colleague can only poo after having his 9:37 a.m. coffee. Why is this?
There is some scientific reason, isn't it? Coffee
Yeah,
makes
I
you
think.
poo.
Yeah, there is a laxative effect of a coffee, I think.
He actually says my work colleague can only poo until having his 9:37 a.m. coffee. Why is this?
Well, that's the
Grammatic-
opposite then.
Well, but it doesn't grammatically make much sense. My colleague, this is a grown up as well. This person, my work colleague can only poo until having his 9:37 a.m. coffee. Why is this?
Just bung him up.
Yeah, that's bad grammar and confusing.
Oh.
But I have heard that it can make you go. So if it does mean after, then yeah, that is
Yeah, I
a
think so.
laxative effect. Nick says, does frothy milk actually make coffee taste better, or is it just for show?
Now,
I've absolutely
I-
no idea because I find coffee black.
yeah, I do think for the latte drinkers out
Uh-oh.
there, which is
Here
a
comes a
lot.
statement. I'm
It's a
covering
lot-
the buttons.
It's a lot of milk and a lot of froth. People that drink latte, do you actually like coffee? I think that's my view on
That's
it.
a great question.
'Cause
Well, they're
it's-
creaming
it
it
is
up, aren't they?
It is 90% milk.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you about a recent development in my lifestyle, if you like. And that is that when I go and get a coffee and don't order a white hot chocolate, extra hot, I used to be a latte drinker and now I'm a cappuccino drinker
Oh,
because I'm slowly going the other way. At work, if
Right.
I have coffee, I have it black.
right.
Mm.
So
But I'm
I'm
finding
throwing-
lattes are just too much
Right.
milk.
You want to go? I would suggest that you
Don't say cortado at me like you're some fancy fancy.
Cortado is good. Flat white. Flat white's going to be
Yeah,
your
flat
preference.
white's what you want.
Mm.
Yeah.
Isn't a
Yeah.
flat white just a normal coffee?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, no and
Sort
yes.
of.
See, here we go. This is the confusion about these stupid menus.
it's not a black coffee with just milk in it. It's got some sort of hot milk and a bit of froth. It's like a
Oh,
stronger
it might be hot
latte,
milk,
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a
I
strong.
can see
It's a
that.
strong latte.
My
Yeah.
mum always used to say, "Can I have a coffee with hot milk, please?"
Oh,
Well, Fiona Bruce.
so
Fiona
that's
Bruce.
so does a good vicar friend of all of ours.
Oh, really?
Always insist on very hot milk. His coffee he makes is hotter than the sun.
Nothing wrong with that. But I think frothy milk, it feels like a more luxurious drink than black coffee. And in that respect, Nick, I think you're correct. Nick also goes on to say, I don't get cold coffee over ice. It doesn't make any sense. Does anyone actually like it?
No.
It's okay. It's all right.
See,
It's
I
refreshing in the
mean,
summer.
I drink gallons of coffee a day, black coffee, but I don't like coffee flavourings in anything else, which my wife finds very odd. I don't like coffee cake.
Oh, I love
Wow.
a coffee cake. You can stick
Yeah.
your walnuts, but I love a coffee cake.
Yeah. No, I don't like any coffee flavour. I don't really like tiramisu.
Love tiramisu.
Oh,
Ooh,
have that after your gammon, Ant.
you could have that with your gammon this evening, and
Oh, that is a fantastic
Oh.
combination.
This is Friday night set, isn't it, Fran?
This is just
Okay.
incredible. I might have to go to Lidl on the way back and get one of their tiramisu muffins. Oh,
What?
I know how to live. Yeah.
yeah.
Lidl's Bakers, which, by the way, free advertising is the best, in my opinion.
Oh,
They
it
do tiramisu muffins.
Oh, okay.
Very
Well,
tasty.
When my wife
Would you
does the
like
big
tiramisu?
shop on a Friday, she often gets a bakery item for each of us. So when we get home at the end of the week, there's a surprise bakery item, and she's recently been bringing home some cinnamon buns, which are pretty incredible.
Yeah,
see-
they are nice.
They are really cinnamony in the middle. Okay. Tiffany says, why does one sip of coffee make you instantly need a poo in the morning? Anthony,
Covered
I
that.
believe she is a relation of yours.
Who?
Tiffany,
Oh, my sister-in-law.
you've had breakfast at Tiffany's?
Several times.
Yeah.
I think we're alone now.
I wish we were.
Who was previously a member of Anthony's family.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Nice knowing you.
But it does make you need a poo. That is, as discussed, it has laxative effects, so that's why. Steve says, what can we do about the espresso people?
They pronounce the X. Yeah.
The espressos, yeah.
Kick 'em.
I would say don't be so pedantic.
Yeah, there's bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, precisely. Got more things to worry about.
Tell me some of your worries, Harry. We'll try and solve them now.
Oh well. I don't know really.
Ah.
Just I meant more in the world in general rather than personally.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine.
2 words. Donald Trump. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah, okay, good.
What's your view on Donald Trump, Phil? Do you like Donald Trump?
No, I don't. I think it's insane. But I also think we survived 4 years before, and he's only slightly more senile than he was. So we'll find out what happens. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But it is a bit weird. The whole situation is a bit odd. But you know, who are we to
America.
judge? We had Boris, so
Well, indeed.
It's a good point, well made.
Yeah.
come round here insulting their Trump with some sort of lunatic. Right. Any other business, Lewis?
No, I don't think so.
No. Oh, okay.
No problems, Lewis. Only Christmas being on the 25th of January this year, which is going to be slightly problematic.
I mean, if everyone could come over at some point with a pen, that would be helpful. We could have a lovely night with all of us changing the leaflets by hand.
Oh, look, that happens. That does happen, though. So don't worry about that. It's
Okay.
fine.
You've got to change them all. You're not getting them reprinted.
I've not quite decided what we're going to do yet. I might just try and move the carol service.
It might be easier.
Just make it fit. It feels like a lot less work.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Did you know King Gustav III in Sweden in the 1700s, to prove that coffee was bad for human health because he wanted to ban it, he got 2 prisoners who were sentenced to death, and he said, look, you can have life imprisonment instead, but one of you has to drink coffee every day and the other has to drink tea. And then they employed 2 physicians to stay with them for their whole life sentences to see who was healthier. And do you know what happened?
It was the coffee.
Both physicians died before the experiment was complete.
Oh,
Yeah.
So basically, in
What were
summary,
they drinking?
you need to drink caffeine.
Well, yeah.
Is
yeah.
the upshot of this pod.
Poor Gustav. He's had all these good ideas. But yeah, I just saw that. I just thought you'd like to know. Anthony, any other business?
No, I don't think so. But it's been enlightening, if nothing else, to learn about Fiona Bruce.
Harry?
No, I mean, old Brucey. She gets everywhere, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. She does. I can't remember if it was on the podcast, but I did chat to Lewis briefly about the perfect position to be laid in a coffin at one point.
Okay.
Well, initially it was to try and alleviate storage space in graveyards by vertically burying people, but I've realised the issue of that now. What with gravity and slumping, that wouldn't be perfect. But because I want a coffin that's extra long so I can extend my arms, so it's how I sleep, so I'm comfortable. I don't want to be rigid by my side because that's very uncomfortable.
I mean, it won't be that uncomfortable because you'll be dead.
Well, I've been trying some practice sleeps in different positions to see if any of them are comfortable, because just in case you still have some sort of sensation of feeling when you're dead, and I don't want my arms by my side. I find it very uncomfortable.
Oh,
You were quite.
How do we get onto these things?
We were at Salisbury Cathedral, weren't we, Phil?
Yeah.
The last week, and you were quite taken by one of the tombs there of the way.
I was impressed. I
You
was
were.
impressed by one of the tombs that had like his arms were like crossed, like holding their shoulders. Yes, the hands were on the shoulders, and so I've been trying that. So I just thought I'd update you on that little experiment. It is pretty good. It's quite comforting, actually. It feels like you're being comforted and hugged, but without the heat that you'd get from someone hugging you, which I don't like at night. So that is better. It's still not, I'd like an extra large coffin and a bigger graveyard space if possible, but it's better than the arms down by the side. So if anyone's got any ideas for good positions to be in a coffin.
Well, so for people who are listening rather than viewing us, which I wouldn't recommend. You're putting
although we are on
you're
the
putting your
YouTube.
hands behind your head, right?
Well, not well. It's like, so it's a bit like that. My head is resting on my right wrist, which is bent inwards and back towards my body, and the other one is kind of quite up as well. Yeah, I'm not. I'm
but
actually,
that
my
doesn't
head is
look relaxing.
my head is on the pillow, but my arms are up. My arms are
Right.
up.
Would you like a pillow in your coffin?
Yeah. Don't you get one anyway, free of charge?
Don't think it comes as standard. I think it's
What, a pillow?
optional extra.
You've got to be kidding me.
I think if you go to America, because their coffins are always like lined with duvet covers. It seems to me, or at least an eider down. Whereas
Well,
they're
that would be nice. That would be
yeah, I think they're a bit more comfy. So you're gonna have to move to America, Phil,
Oh, I might get a bigger
or at
coffin.
least pass away in America.
Well, that's hard to plan. That really isn't ideal right now. And then, if you pass away in America, are they going to give you a coffin to be transported in that you could then be buried in?
Yeah, they're not going to just leave. They're not going to just leave you sort of in the open air and send you back.
Hang on then, Lewis. Transport coffins, are they?
Yeah.
So I'm asking you because you're a vicar. Are they? Can they be used for the actual burial, or are they just like a temporary thing?
Yeah, good question. Which I've never thought of. I think they're probably a temporary measure.
Yeah, they'd be like have you not watched the pathologist program? I can't think what it's called now. But when there's cause of death, Channel 5.
Oh gosh, no! I try not to.
Oh, Harry, you've changed.
You've changed.
What would
Channel
your
5.
parents say? Channel 5.
Oh, I know. I like now.
Didn't know you went that far down.
You're a real adult now.
I had Sky for a short time, but anyway, and they're in like bags, aren't they? Body bags. So you probably get sent back in a body bag.
Well, that's what I thought. You might have a bag, but if you could throw a coffin into the, I don't really particularly want to die in America because transporting back will be expensive.
Yeah, but you haven't had to worry about it, though, will you?
Well, I'll feel bad if my wife's got to pay to transport me back from America.
You could just carry a sleeping bag around with you, and just say, look, once with a little note saying, if I do die and you're putting me in a bag, can I be put into the sleeping bag first so it's a bit more comfortable?
It's quite a lot to carry around constantly, though. The sleeping bag.
Well, yeah, but how much are you worried about it? You're not taking this very seriously.
Well, okay, fine.
You presented us with a problem, and now you're not taking us
I'm
seriously with the
I'm asking about the resting position of my corpse, right? Which is
That's a nice
perfectly
thought.
sensible question. Because you try it when you go to bed tonight. Try and lie with your arms straight down by your side and then fall asleep. You won't be able to do it. It's horrible.
It's like going down a slide.
Yeah, exactly. Mike would like it. It's like splashdown, but it's not what you want to be, in forever. I don't want to be in that
Yeah, it's
position
true.
forever.
I've just been thinking about it. I interlace my fingers across my chest. And try that.
Interlace. Oh yes, is that how you sleep?
Yes.
Do you? That is a very wise position of
Yeah.
sleep.
I got to sleep. I have to sleep on my back.
Yes, that's fine. That's acceptable.
There's no I'm always been told off for not snuggling at night, and I can't go to sleep. I can't go to sleep on my side. Can't do it. So I have to 5 minutes, and then I'll go on the old back. I don't know why.
I've enjoyed
Great.
that Harry can't hear the music that's just been played.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so did you know that coffins take their name, originate the same as coffee? Did you know that?
No,
That's
but I do
not
now.
true.
Every day's a school day.
It's not true. Don't bring that one up when you're having your gammon later. It's not true. But we should get back to coffee. And thank you very much for listening and learning about coffee today, if indeed that's what you did, and about Fiona Bruce. But for now, it is goodbye from me. Bye, everyone, and have a good week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Was a deep breath, Anthony, during the exit music.
Oh, gammon.